E te whānau rarau mai anō ki whānau kai. Welcome back to the Kaiuta. Today we are making one of my favourite things to make, parawa, bread, and we are stuffing it filled with a cheesy pesto filling. Now this is fabulous to eat with soup or take to a picnic if you want. And today I'm going to package this up and gift this to Michelle and her mama. Now they've had to farewell their stepfather over the past week or so, and so we just send all of our aroha, especially from your friend Raquel, who nominated you all the way from California. Nā reira, me tīmata tātou, let's get started. Me hanga pokenga tātou I te tuatahi. We are going to make the dough first. So, koina ngā kai ka whakamahia e tātou. Here are the ingredients you need.
Kia kotahi kapu wai aromahana, 1 cup of lukewarm water. Kia rua kokonui Huka One, 2 tablespoons of caster sugar. Kia toru kokoiti ihi, 3 teaspoons of shore-bake yeast. Kia toru kapu poehu parawa, 3 cups of flour, high grade. Kia kotahi kokoiti tote, 1 teaspoon of salt. Kia wha kokonui hinu, 4 tablespoons of oil. Into a bowl, add your Huka One and your wai aromahana. Sprinkle over your ihi, 3 teaspoons. Give it a small stir. Keep it all in the bowl, whoopsie. And then you want to leave it for about 10 minutes to activate your yeast. After 10 minutes, it should be slightly foamy and float to the top. Now you want to pour that into a larger bowl with your parawa poehu. I only added 2.5 cups, you may not need 3. Next is your tote and your hinu. Mix all of that together, super simple. And once it's roughly come together, you want to tip it out onto the bench. Now start working that dough. Get your hands in there, remember you want it super stretchy. Poke a te pokenga, knead the dough. As it comes together, you may need to add a little bit more flour, but remember, just a tiny bit at a time. Throw it on the bench and away you go. After 10 minutes, it should be super stretchy like so. It is done, so put it in a bowl.
Ka pai, so our dough is complete. Now, I just want to add that I think probably one of the biggest mistakes people make when they're making bread is they don't knead the dough long enough. So set a timer and get that gluten going, and then if you pass the window pane test, kei runga noa atu koe, you are onto it. As it rises, let us make our beautiful pesto filling.
Kia whiti tekau karamu paina nutty, 70 grams of pine nuts. Kia kotahi rau rua tekau karamu tihi kareme, 120 grams of cream cheese. He kiri re mana, lemon zest. He pūtoi rau pātira, a bunch of basil leaves. He pūtoi riki, a bunch of chives. Kia kotahi heki, 1 egg. Kia ono tekau karamu tihi parmesan, 60 grams of parmesan cheese. Tote me te pepper, salt and pepper. Kia kotahi rau rima tekau karamu tihi mozzarella, 150 grams of mozzarella cheese. Add your pine nutty into a small pot and over low heat, toast them until golden and delicious. Now into a food processor, add your creamy tihi, kiri re mana, rau pātira, riki, yes they do look like grass but they're not, heki, parmesan cheese, tote me te pepper, and your pine nutty. Blitz it all together until creamy and delicious.
Ka pai, so our filling is done and the melty mozzarella cheese is waiting in anticipation. So let's see if our dough has doubled in size.
Bam! That has definitely doubled in size. So we are ready to roll it out, lightly flour your bench, tip it on out, and we are rolling this out to a 60 centimetre by 20 centimetre rectangle. Now take your time with this, it may take a little bit of working to get it to that size. Make sure you get it roughly straight on the edges, like so. Now you want to add 2/3 of your creamy pesto filling straight down the middle of your rectangle. And down the middle of that, you place your stretchy mozzarella cheese. Finally, spread on the remainder of your creamy pesto filling. This just encases the mozzarella so it stays gooey on the inside.
Okay, so we have the beautiful cream cheese pesto, the mozzarella's hiding inside, and now it's time to fancy up this bread a bit. Now, what I'm going to show you is a really simple braid. It's super simple, everyone can do it, and your little cuts, they don't even really need to be that even, just kind of keep it rustic. Every 1 centimetre or so, make an incision and just make sure that around your pesto filling you leave a 1 centimetre gap. This just makes sure that the bread encases it all and it doesn't spill out the side. So once you've done it all, fold over the top and taking a piece from each side, you are just braiding your bread. So easy. And once you get to the end, you may have a little bit of excess dough. So you can see me here, I just fold over that end bit and seal it all in. And then I'm crimping down the edges and I'm pulling off that excess dough. You can make a tiny little bun with that extra bit. Tuck under those edges and just seal it down really well. And your braid is complete. Now onto a well-oiled tray, I just really carefully lift the bread onto the tray and manipulate it into a circle. Seal the edges and then you rise this for 45 minutes and then straight into a 180-degree oven for 45 minutes or until golden. Now brush it with melted butter, that's what my mum used to do. And it is done. Ready for Michelle and her mama. And here's one I did earlier. Look at that gooey cheese. With some treats and fresh bread, off to Michelle. Mai tōku kauta ki tō kauta, ki ki ana ki te aroha. I hope you all love this plaited bread. It's such a beautiful one. It tastes so good and you can literally stuff it with whatever you love. So it's up to you. This is also best served straight from the oven. And then you can smother it with lots of butter or sprinkle on more cheese if you're a little bit, peckish on the day. Now, my husband is off with the kids, taking this fresh bread to Michelle and her mama so they can have it fresh in their home, in their whare today. Michelle and your mum, I really just want to send you all of our aroha and hope this kai just comforts you a little bit at this time. Engari mo tēnei wā, ka kite au I a koutou a tērā wiki. I'll see you all next week. Ka kite!
Poke poke, need. Poke pokea, need it. Poke pokea te pokenga, need the dough. Kei runga no atu koe, you're onto it.